What is financial aid? So very simply, financial aid is money that helps you pay for college. There are two types of financial aid. There's gift aid and self-help aid. So the gift aid, you don't have to pay back. So that's the scholarships from the school, grants from the federal government and from the state. Sometimes you apply for outside scholarships. And then there's self-help. So that's aid that has to be paid back or earned. So that includes loans and student employment on campus. So how do you get financial aid? The first step is to complete the free application for federal student aid, the FAFSA. So schools use this application to determine your eligibility, and it uses prior year tax information. So it used 2018 information, even though it's 2020. It can be completed on the computer or on your cell phone, just an FYI, in case you didn't know that. You can complete it right on your cell phone. And then the next thing after you complete the free application for federal student aid is any other documents that we might request. So sometimes the federal government requires additional documentation depending on what kind of aid you're going to be accepting. And we would let you know what those documents are, and then we would need you to just complete those. The state has its own separate requirements, and they will notify you directly themselves. So keep an eye on your emails, because it's really important that you respond to those in a timely fashion. So the different types of aid. So on the left-hand side, you'll see all of the gift aid. So merit scholarships, so those are academic scholarships that you would be granted from admissions. Then there's institutional grants. There's federal grants, state grants, and outside scholarships. Then on the right-hand side, you'll see all the self-help aid. So that's federal loans, state loans. There are also private student loans and student employment. So when it comes to the federal loans, there's two types. There's the subsidized versus the unsubsidized. So if you completed the FAFSA, then you would be eligible for both of these loans possibly. The subsidized loan is need-based, and no interest accrues while you're in school, at least half time. The unsubsidized loan is non-need based, so interest does accrue while you're in school. You're not required to pay on the interest until after you go into repayment, which is 6 months after you finish school, but you have the option to pay on the interest if you want to while you're in school. Now, as I said before, the FAFSA uses prior year information. So schools have the ability to make adjustments to the FAFSA to more accurately reflect students' families' current finances. So if you have unemployment in your family, loss of income, high medical bills, higher than average child care bills, we can make adjustments to the FAFSA information to help you get more grant money possibly. And especially with COVID-19, we're seeing a lot more of these professional judgments being made. So once we have the FAFSA on file, we will send you a financial aid offer. So this shows the cost of attendance, which includes direct and indirect costs, and I'll go into that in a minute. It breaks down all the aid that you're eligible for and shows your estimated net expenses after gift aid. So that's the cost of attendance minus your gift aid equals the net expenses. This financial aid offer is not a bill. It's just an estimate of what you might be eligible for as long as you submit the rest of the documents that we need. The bursar's office generates bills at the beginning of July, and this will give you an accurate picture of what your balance would be. So cost of attendance that's on the financial aid offer letter, it's the direct and indirect costs. So direct costs include your tuition, your fees. If you're going to be living on campus, it would be your room and board. But it also includes indirect costs like books and supplies, transportation, and personal expenses. So when you see the cost of attendance at the top and you subtract out the gift aid, it's not giving you a complete accurate picture of what your direct cost would be. You would only want to take your tuition, fees, and room and board if you're living on campus and subtract out your gift aid from that to see what your balance would be, your estimated balance would be. Just to let you guys know, we do have an outside scholarship page on our website, and I highly recommend that you each take a look at that. A lot of them are geared towards seniors in high school, and so it never hurts to apply to those because it's free money that you don't have to pay back. And we have, right now on our website, we have over 30 different scholarship opportunities available for students. Our payment's due in July. No. The bills come out the first week in July from the bursar's office, and then bills are not due until August.
Congratulations again on your acceptance. Congratulations on finishing high school. And again, if you have any other questions, just message either of us.